Junpei! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Sure. Does it have expression tracking too? Not really. Like, it can do basic stuff, but... like, I can't really... like, my avatar is set up that my eyes roll back with an angry expression, and it just doesn't happen. Could be my lighting, but... a wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I'd had left disappeared, and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that. I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No. I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine!
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the two bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay?
Ah, shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
What the fuck?
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the hell?
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? Got all the right numbers in the right boxes, it's perfect! So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait. Of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Snake, Clover, Me, 7, and Lotus. Or 9. No! That's it! That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit! Of course! And we just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
So that's another thing. The Japanese version uses a bit of wordplay with that note that doesn't really follow through to the English version, so they had to change up the translation a bit. Well, not the translation, just the dubbing. In the Japanese version of this one, the Nonary Game's version of the game, 0 is the letter is you know what? I'll let the game explain and then I'll take over. if you know hexadecimal, you've probably figured it out, but...
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't have much time. I'm sure they can just trust me on this, or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go.
Quick, verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, we're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. You still gotta find the dead. So, that door wasn't a 9. It was a Q. And that is a pun that works better in the Japanese version. Because it is seek a way out, find a door that carries a Q. It's wordplay, because Q is 9 in Japanese, but also the letter Q in English. So, yeah, it is a joke that works better. So if I recall, 0 says the line in the Japanese version. You know, find a door that carries a Q. But they had to change that to having Junpei read it out in the English version, because that wordplay just doesn't carry over. And having 0 ask them to find a door with a Q on it would just give everything away. So you have Junpei just read it as find a door that carries a 9. Because Nonary Game, door 9, it all makes sense. You know, the logic tracks. But it's just the little things like that. It is just the little things like that. That, you know, are part of the reason I love this game so much. I am glazing this game tonight, and I don't care. You know, it's the 15th anniversary, or was back in November anyway, and it still fucking holds up. It still holds up.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But... nothing. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
Can nobody say owie? No? Cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Oi.
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. It's like... It bugs me, because it's like when people try to say Eiji Aonuma's surname and they call him Aonuma and shit. I'm like, no, that's not... No, it's Aonuma. You know? You're just adding syllables where you don't need to. You know, or they call him, like, Awinuma, or... You know, it's like, bugs the piss out of me. I buried my face in his chest and cried again. Cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what it seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right, of course. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
F is 15. This is why we have this.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19,
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
That wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase q!
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Oh, maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Hi. Finally. Whew. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah,
Yes, we're finally here.
please do.
Sure. You look like a big, heavy door. Well, you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more importantly than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Awie's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who'd been kidnapped. We're finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
So if Alice was on the gigantic... Oops. Aoi whispered. It's over.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No. That was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air. Ugh. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Ugh. Gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You've gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
The mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there, with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. Guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip, like in an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy!
Huh. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. And there we go. Oh. Oh. We did it. We did it. We have closed the door on 999. We have sought a way out and we have escaped. But, as Akane said, this was merely a prologue. So what comes next? That's down the road. We'll talk about what's next in a second. Because there still should be... Here we go.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Junpei and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Junpei. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, shit! Oh, god damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast! Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw what they were doing, Junpei ran up to them, furious.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Junpei, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big, swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I coulda.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh.
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Oh.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I... Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gitaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I could supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
You, collective conscious from the Metal Gear Rising soundtrack? Nah, I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
Alright, so what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soparu. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Ah, shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved his arm out toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in his palm.
Junpei, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Uh-huh.
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea, then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much?
After June, we aren't going to get to see each other too much. Boy, oh boy, does that line mean a whole lot more in the franchise as a whole.
I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and...
You could take it to mean this. We're going, after June, after this particular summer. Or you could take it to mean after June, Nonary Game June. We'll get there. We'll get there in time.
I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June, then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
Oof, this did not age well.
So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh, Junpei.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Junpei. I'll never forget you. I promise.
Junpei looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. Okay, there's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven? He said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road.
What?
What?
Hmm?
Holy shit, Alice is real. What? What? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. End. And now we're done. All of it. because we got the safe ending before the true ending, we got the coffin ending just as a cause and effect situation. If we had taken this route with the right unlocks without getting the safe ending, the game would have stopped here. We'd have had to go back, do this, and then carry on from here all the way down to the true ending. So that is it. That's it. Everything unlocked. I was waiting for it to be continued. Oh, it will be continued. But, that... Let me just reboot here. The story will continue. In Virtue's Last Reward. But when will we play it? Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. So. The next visual novel that I am going to be playing is going to be Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Which means Meg is going to be returning to the channel soon. So yay! That's awesome. Outside of that, we still have Danganronpa V3 to do, which I'm going to do begrudgingly so I can have played through all the games. And then maybe then we'll do Virtue's Last Reward before we move on to Ace Attorney 6. Maybe. Not 100% on that yet, but...
What the hell happened to me?
Jumpy, are you alright?
Hey, what are you two doing?
Come on! Are you coming?
But
What do you mean to do?
999 at least took priority because of the anniversary. Let me see something here. I'm not saying it's going to take that long to get to, but let me see. Virtue's Last Reward release date. That game released on February 16th, 2012. Which means in order to do a 15th anniversary, we would have to wait until February of 2027. I don't know if we're going to wait that long. I don't know if we're going to wait that long, to be honest, but we will get around to Virtue's Last Reward at some stage soon. And then, of course, we have Time Dilemma to finish the trilogy, so we will get there. We will. Nice to be here for this again. Well, Blunter, it was delightful to have you here for this again. So I did promise last night at the end of this stream we would raid out. We got a nice raid in earlier from Ree. So let me see who is available. And we'll push on. So the plan for next week is there will be no Monday stream. There will, at least here on Twitch, The other me is going to be live on YouTube on Monday, starting the Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth 10th anniversary playthrough. So that's going to be happening on Mondays, which means we'll be back here on Twitch on Tuesday with Sin Duality, which I'm looking forward to trying out. And then Fridays and Saturdays will be taken up with Fantasian Neo Dimension until we get through that. But also in February, I want to start Yakuza 4 because Pirate Yakuza comes out that month. So, you know, I need to catch up on the Yakuza games, obviously. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. We're going to do Sin Duality on Tuesday, and then, you know, Yakuza will take over the Tuesday slot. So I'm looking forward to... you know, I'm looking forward to going back to Kamurocho and seeing all of our favorites. So let's see, who do we raid out to? Who shall we go and say hello to? God, so many friendos. So many friendos. Go to Cosmic Kitty. They are playing Layers of Fear. So a nice spooky game to leave you in the company of. I'm going to start that raid. Oh no! Thank you everybody for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I hope my geeking out over like the differences between the PS4 and DS versions, you know, were insightful. The translation stuff with 9 and Q, all of that. I hope, you know, I hope my excitement and love of the game, I hope you were able to get a sense of that through this playthrough. Because that's what I really wanted this to be for the 15th anniversary, was to share Zero Escape with more people and, you know, maybe get people into it who weren't aware of it before. So that was my ultimate goal, and I hope some of my enthusiasm has rubbed off on you. But give Kitty some love. I'll see you back here tomorrow. No, we didn't hit our follow goal. So no stream tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Right here on Twitch. Much love. Take care of yourselves. And enjoy Kitty's enjoy Kitty's stream. Bye.